All right, guys, today is Sunday, May 16th. It is my final day to pre-fish here on this trip to Clear Lake, and the lake will be off limits for the B.A.S.S kayak anglers that are going to fish the tournament a week from today, starting tomorrow, and that'll go all the way until Friday, where no one's allowed to get on the lake. And then Saturday, the day before the tournament, they open it up for pre-fishing, and then a week from today, like I said, Sunday is the tournament. So yesterday ended up with 86 or 87 inches, somewhere in that range. Not a horrible day, but that's not gonna get me a check. Maybe 89 could squeeze you into a check, but I think it's gonna be more like 91, 92 inches that you're gonna need to have a possibility at a check. So I'm in a different part of the lake right now, and I'm just searching, kind of trying to find stuff that I found on the map, and look for areas that might hold bigger fish than what I found so far. Never really been in this spot before on the lake, so we'll see what happens. Just trying to get into some big ones. Sun's peeking up over the mountains, so I'm trying to go find an area to throw topwater, see if I can get on some big topwater fish, but we'll see what happens. Stick with me, and hopefully today we can find them. Jeez, I couldn't see the frog. My vision was blocked by the piling. I heard the splash, and I felt the weight. You don't have to worry about me catching them. Yeah, every time I stand up, I see them. In this spot, I find myself saying you've got a big advantage over me, way more than you probably say that about me. Yeah. Yeah, the shallow stuff is fun, but offshore I get my butt kicked. I'm good at scaring them. He jumped in my boat. He jumped in. That's the only way I can get them. All right, guys. I'm seeing a ton of fish. Just talked to that boat over there. Those guys are having just a good old time, man. They're catching them. They're laughing. They're yelling. They're hooting. They're hollering. Screaming. It's what it's all about. talked to me for a little bit. They said this area is just loaded with them, but they're all skittish, and it's pretty much what I've seen. The water's crystal clear, and there's definitely fish in here. I picked up the chatterbait when I was going around their docks. They've been fishing that dock for a while, catching them off of it, and cast it out. There was another bass, that might have been the same one. Cast it out in like 5 feet with some, you know, sparse hydrilla, and caught me one, probably 16 and a half. There's a lot of fish over here. You know, like those guys are saying, but the ones I'm seeing, I'm not seeing the size. It's loaded with like 16 inchers. Do you try to weed through the 16s and hope that you can pull some bigger fish? That one got some air. That's pretty rad. It's a strong bastard. That's a long one. I'm gonna measure just to see. Oh yeah, it is a long one. 17 3/4. Alrighty. There she goes. Oh, we may have a school over here or something. Something's going on. Not quite sure right now. I haven't looked at the map in a while. This is the area that I wanted to fish. But I think I'm well past where I pulled a bite. Good job. What's up, little guy? Welcome to the boat. That looks like me on Thanksgiving. 16. 16 inch there. Nineteen 3/4, 20 inches. Alright guys, Chesty's been off because I'm having the stupid airs again, but in the past 15 minutes I've caught 3 fish in this spot, and all 3 have been good. Well, one of them was like a 16, and then an 18.75, and then a 19.75 that I probably could have got to 20 if I would have messed with the tail. 5 feet of grass, running the chatterbait through it. You know, it's getting hung a lot, so you gotta rip it. But now the goal is, you know, is it just this area? Or is this a pattern where basically anywhere with grass like this, I can catch them? So I thought I was gonna do one thing, and now I'm thinking I might do this instead on tournament day. $16.5. All right, guys, that's gonna do it. that is my final pre-fishing day for this short trip down to Clear Lake. This is again a week prior to the tournament. I will have one more pre-fishing day that I'm actually driving to right now. This outro is a few days after this trip, but I'll get one more day on the water before the tournament. As for the fishing, not a bad day at all. You know, went to a different part of the lake, and in the beginning it was a little bit of a grind. I was pretty sure that I wasn't going to be fishing that area. I mean, if you would have told me at 10 o'clock that I was fishing that area for the tournament, I would have called you a liar. But I kind of got focused in on the fish that I was able to see, which were a bunch of small fish, and that water was super clear up in that area of the lake, which was something that I wasn't anticipating. And talking to some of the locals that I ran into, they said the same thing. It's not usually that clear, although it is, the name is Clear Lake. It is not a clear lake at all. So I was able to see down to like 8 to 10 feet in that area, which is unusual. So seeing a bunch of small fish around those docks and some bedding fish that weren't too big, some bucks on some beds, it kind of distracts you from, you know, fish that are bigger that could be just outside of those spawning areas. And I think towards the end of that video where I picked up those 3 in less than 15 minutes, you know, the 18 and the 19, almost 20 incher, it might even have went 20 if I would have messed with the tail. That was me pulling out, getting into a little bit deeper water and fishing that grass instead of the inside of that grass where the docks and the hard ground was for those spawning fish. Pulled out, went a little bit deeper, and found the bigger fish in that grass. Again, it's 5 to 7 feet of hydrilla or milfoil. You know, I keep calling it hydrilla, but as I look at it a little bit closer, I actually think it's milfoil. I'm not 100% sure, but those fish are in that grass, and as long as you could rip that chatterbait through, which isn't easy to do, and I've got 2 different rods for the chatterbaits. I'll link the gear in the description below that you guys can check out. So you got a little bit different action on the rods. One's a little bit more stiff than the other one, and if that's the case and I get into the heavy stuff, I just switch rods. I'm throwing 15-pound of B.A.S.S on both, so you know, just different actions is going to help me rip through that milfoil a little bit better. I have a sneaky suspicion that if I would have got to that area in the morning when the sun was barely coming up, I could have smashed them on top water in that area. Instead of going to the canals and the places that I was going to and not getting bit, I feel like that spot with a buzzbait or a buzz toad, maybe a frog, my confidence in a hollow body right now just isn't there. I'm not getting bit on them for whatever reason. So try something a little bit quicker. I mean, they're eating that chatterbait and that's moving pretty quick, so maybe try something a little bit quicker. I will have a frog on tournament day. I'll bring it out there as well, but that's going to be the spot. I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching the video. I really appreciate you guys sticking around this long to watch until the very end. Like I said, right now I'm currently driving to Clear Lake to get one more day of pre-fishing in, which is Saturday, the day before the tournament. Today's Friday, so that'll be tomorrow morning, and then Sunday is the tournament day. So stick with me, more videos are on the way. If you guys like the video, please hit that thumbs up so my videos can get out there. Believe it or not, it is a lot of work to do this, to edit these videos and try to put, you know, the best content I can out there, so I'd appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber and you guys like the video, you know, this is what I do. These are the type of videos that I love to make, so, you know, maybe think about hitting that subscribe button to see more and hit that notifications bell, because I'll be releasing videos pretty consistently throughout the year. And then when there is times that I have to slow down, I at least let you guys know that those are coming. So thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.